Some more first-round action coming up, this time from out here in Southern California from the Anaheim Convention Center. You got the 5-seeded Auburn Tigers against the 12-seeded Liberty Flames. This should be a good one. Liberty's had a magical season, a lot like what Dayton has done this year. Liberty under Richie McKay went 30-4, 13-3 in conference play. They were 19-1 at one point. And not unlike the Auburn Tigers, who started 15-0, they lost a couple to Alabama and Florida. Both of those were both road games. And then they won the next 7. So at one point, they were 22-2, and Liberty was 19-1. Really kind of incredible. Auburn did only go 3-4 down the stretch in the final 7 games. So Auburn's in the white. Big Austin Wiley inside, turn and shoot and score. The guy's huge, folks. Averages just 11 points and 9 rebounds, but what a beast inside. Got great long arms. Here's a steal by Auburn. So Auburn in the white, their colors are very similar. Auburn, is kind of like red, white, and blue, or mostly blue and white. Here's a wild 3 by Samir Dowdy. That shot no good. And taken by the Liberty Flames, coached by Richie McKay. And they'll bring it up the floor from sunny or not so sunny today, Southern California, and the Anaheim Convention Center. Clippers used to play some games down there. About 8 of their home games they would play down here. Here's Liberty driving to the goal, missed the shot, put it back up and in. Indeed, that's their big man, called that Mayo Baxter Bell, who puts it up and in. So Auburn has it. Auburn is led out front. Here's a steal by Liberty. Drive to the goal. Shot no good. Rebound inside by big man for Liberty. He can't get it to go. Auburn's led in scoring by a guy named Samir Dowdy. And just finished unbelievably. In one of their last games of the season against Tennessee, made a career-high 8 threes. They got an NBA prospect in Isaac Okoro. Another guard, Javon McCormick. He plays the point guard. Austin Wiley's the big man in the middle. That's him with the ball. Out front here. Oh, there's a great pass back door. Reverse layup. No good. That should have gone in, but did not. And Liberty comes back. So we're tied at 2. Just underway. There's a ball that's tipped and taken by the Auburn Tigers. They can be, as I spoke with Bruce Pearl before the ball game, very disruptive. That's all they want to do. And I'm telling you, folks, they have great length, great size. McCormick up top. This is Dowdy with the ball. McCormick in the corner. Okoro's the big guy, number 5. There's a pass down low. Kick it out front. Dowdy can shoot that from right there. He's thinking about it. A little jab step. Now drive. Shot clock coming down. Beautiful cross cover. Get open and shoot and score. That's why he leads them in scoring at 17 a game. He had 38 in the last game I saw him play. That was against Tennessee, in Tennessee, where Tennessee needed that basketball game to potentially get in the big dance. Tennessee finished up the season with a victory at Florida, a victory over Kentucky, and then was looking to get a home victory over Auburn. Those would be the 3 best schools in the conference. Here's an open 3 by Liberty, no good. Austin Wiley with another rebound. Gives to McCormick. McCormick will bring it up. You got Dowdy with the ball. McCormick. Okoro's the other wing. This is Okoro, and he is a beast. I'm telling you. You talk about somebody who's ready to go into the NBA and play with a big body and defend wingmen right away. Good look at Bruce Pearl over there, although he looks like an unshaven Vince Vaughn. And the Flames will come back the other way. So we're underway. It's just 4-2. We've almost played 4 minutes. Low-scoring affair thus far. There's a pass back door, and the Liberty Flames just can't seem to get it to go. I think that was Scotty James missed that shot. And a nice pass from Georgia Pacheco Ortiz. The Tigers with it. This is Dowdy. Dowdy can score from anywhere. This is Okoro. NBA body. Like right now, can walk into the NBA and defend 3 men and 2 men in the NBA. Down low to Wiley. Jump hook of 6. No good. And the rebound taken by the Liberty Flames. Quick outlet pass into the front court. Inside 6 minutes, and Liberty has one lone bucket. That was early in the game. They get it down low to the big boy. He's going to work. Runs over his man. Lay it up and missed the shot. My goodness. I think that was Mayo Baxter-Bell, and he missed a chippy. That might come back to haunt him. You never know. NCAA tournament game. There's a beautiful drive and score. That would be Daniel Purifoy, another great athlete on this Auburn team. Right down the middle with a left-hand flush. The big boy for Liberty. Give it on the wing. Here's a drive in. They need a hoop. They get a hoop. Finally, Caleb Holmesley goes backdoor and gets the bucket. He leads them in scoring at 15.3 points per game. Liberty, a Christian university in Lynchburg, Virginia, and has one of the largest enrollments in the entire country. And tuition is really kept pretty down. It's at a minimum, $28,000 or so a year. Nowhere near the $5,200 it costs to go to BYU for a year. That tuition is probably the best bargain in the country. There's Purifoy with a shot up and a miss for Auburn. The Liberty Flames will come the other way, content to play at their tempo, not in a hurry. Richie McKay says if we're going to beat Auburn, we can't have this game up in the 80s and 70s. There's got to be very, very low scoring. Holmesley with it out front. Swinging on the ring to McGee. McGee with it. Looking inside to the big boy. Now out front again. Here's a drive down the middle. 6-footer. That's good. Scotty James gets him on the board. And we're tied at 6. Just 4 minutes to go in the first half. Auburn with the ball. Auburn, of course, coached by Bruce Pearl. The assistant coach for Auburn is one, oh my gosh, I forget his first name. But his last name is Pruitt. I forgot his first name. Ball knocked out of bounds. But his daughter is Madison Pruitt, who was just on The Bachelor. And she was not only the finalist, it was the girl that Pilot Pete sent Hannah Ann home to be with. Now I heard that Madison just, weeks after that, they've broken up and everybody's on their own. But I got 5 daughters, so I got to watch these shows, especially if I'm going to be dad in the know. That's a big bucket down low by Milo Baxter-Bell. And the Flames have taken the lead, 8-6. But anyway, I had a chance to talk with Coach Pruitt. He said quite a journey it was for his daughter. Here's another steal by Liberty. Is this another upset brewing? A 12 seed going to beat a 5 seed? My favorite on the show was Sydney from Alabama. Maybe just an appearance. She started to get a little bit... No, I liked her. She kind of stuck up for things. Second best. I did like the Madison Pruitt girl. Mayo Baxter-Bell with another bucket. Hannah Ann, I thought, was just spectacularly beautiful in the face. Had just flawless skin. And I thought she was full of no substance at all until the end of the show when it looked like she had a ton of substance and really stood up for herself. So I was proud of her. But she was young. Victoria F. was a nightmare. Kelsey was a crying machine. Tammy was psycho. And Alaya Benavides, that's exactly what she was, a little bit of Alaya. Anyway, back to the game. Liberty out in front, 10-6. And they're on the attack right now. Down in the post, little 4-footer, good. That's Darius McGee. And the Liberty Flames have doubled up the Auburn Tigers. Bruce Pearl says, no, I got to talk it over. Certainly doesn't look like Bruce Pearl, who comes from Massachusetts and at one point in his career was like a basketball manager, if you can believe that, for Boston College, and has risen up through the ranks to be a head coach of Tennessee and a head coach of Auburn now. Anyway, they are not happy. They've only scored 6 points in the game. And this is a team that can score up in the 70s, led by Dowdy and Okoro and McCorrick and Wiley and Purifoy. So they'll bring it in with a fresh play call and 30 seconds with which to work on the clock. McCormick out front. Kick it over here. Open jumper, no good. And taken by Purifoy. He'll work inside. He's got it in the post. Double team, so he kicks it out to McCormick. Over here on the wing. Swing it up front. A couple of substitutions for Auburn. They've taken out big Austin Wiley. Brought in Anthony McLemore, Devin Cambridge, a couple of different buckets. And there they finally get a hoop. So the substitutions of the coaching and the play call seems to work. There for Coach Pearl, 12-8 Liberty. It is a little bit, I don't know what you would call it, but there's an open jumper. That guy hasn't even been in the ball game. That's Kyle Rode from nowhere, checks in, and just knocks down a wide open three. Liberty 15-12. Purifoy going to the goal. He'll get fouled, and he will shoot a pair. They're going to say it's Isaac Okoro. The guy's a beast if it is Isaac Okoro. Seriously, every NBA scout I talk to says he could go top 15 in this draft. Not much of a score, like 12 a game. Incredible speed, quickness, strength, and size. Great length in his arms. Both free throws good. Auburn back in this ballgame, folks. 15-10. So Liberty will bring it up. Backcourt of Holmesley and McGee and Ortiz. But they get it stolen. Auburn coming the other way. So the timeout has kind of stalled the Liberty Flames. And good things are happening. Remember, Auburn went all the way to the final game a year ago. Did they? No, Final Four. Final game was Virginia and Texas Tech. But a lot of people thought the semifinal, Virginia and Auburn, was really the final. There's a bucket inside by the Auburn Tigers. I think that was Devin Cambridge who checked in, or maybe it was McLemore. And all of a sudden, they're back in it. And if you remember, Virginia got fouled on the final play of the game. And the guy stepped up and made 3 free throws, and that eliminated Auburn from going to the final. Maybe the best Auburn team since Charles Barkley days. That'd be about 1983, 84, somewhere around there. So 15-12. Auburn down by 3. McCormick with it. They got their starters back in. This is Okoro. Drive down the middle. No, he's got a man wide open right there. He doesn't see him and doesn't throw it to Purifoy. So they go down the other way. Here's the end of the half. Shot no good. Well, that was a quick half. 15-12 from Anaheim. And we will pause for just 10 seconds for our sponsors to have a word. Of course, the thing you got to love about first-round action here in Anaheim, round 1 or first-round action of the ghostcast National Collegiate Basketball Championship. Auburn comes out in the zone, looks like a 3-2 zone, with Wiley in the middle, kind of at the foul line, almost a 1-3-1. Here's an outside look by Liberty, and that's put up by Scotty James. He knocks it down. Scotty James averages about 10.8 points per game. And Liberty jumps back out in front by 5. They steal it right away, coming down the middle. Here's an open layup, made it a little more difficult than he had to, and he missed it. What the heck was Caleb Holmesley doing? All he had to do was dunk that ball or lay it in. Tried to get a little fancy. I'm not sure that's the Liberty way, but they steal it again. So Auburn has come out turnover happy here in quarter number 2. Baxter Bell swings it. Over here to McGee. McGee back to Holmesley. Over to Ortiz, to McGee. Scotty James with it now. Scotty James to the foul line. You got 10 on the clock. Pivots, turns, nowhere to go. Looked like he traveled, but he gets rid of it. They're going to put it up here somehow. Here comes a little 15-footer in the lane. No good. And rebound Auburn. So they dig in their heels and get a good defensive set right when they needed to. A lot of Auburn faithful have come all the way to Southern California. Here's a drive down the middle. Okoro put it up. That bucket's going to go. Unless they call a charge, that's going to be an and one. Okoro happy. Told you about the big body. And there's a good look. He's going to step to the line. And Isaac Okoro will have a chance for a conventional three. They could cut this lead down to 2, and they do. So the Liberty Flames, 19-1 at one point. And Coach Richie McKay took them all the way to 30-4 and a conference championship. There's a shot up, no good. Auburn with the carom. They'll come down this way. Dowdy's been quiet, but he could explode at any moment. To big Austin Wiley. To McCormick. He runs the point, but now has it on the wing. Swing it out front. Okoro, Purifoy, Dowdy. Dowdy's such a great three-point shooter. And that might be an overstatement. Best of the bunch this year. Auburn went from the absolute best three-point shooting team in the nation a year ago. Inside. And Purifoy gets another hoop. Auburn was the number one three-point shooting team in the country last year. 474 makes. This year they've gone to the worst in the conference. But they steal it again. We're tied at 17. McCormick coming the other direction. Drive in, kick it out to Purifoy. Ball movement. Dowdy on the right wing. Dowdy's got skills. About 6'4" in size. Likes to float on the perimeter, but can get his shot. Here he goes. Off the dribble. Beautiful drive. He's fouled on the play, and it goes. That's a heck of a play by Samir Dowdy. So Auburn coming to life here in the second half. What they call an offensive foul? These refs are terrible. That should have been a bucket for Auburn. I'm kind of sad for Maddie Pruitt right now. She might be a little bit upset. She wants her Auburn Tigers and her dad's team to win this thing. Of course, the Bachelor had every twist turn in the middle. Here's Milo Baxter-Bell in the middle. He misses. Coach Richie McKay can't believe it. How do they miss that shot when they get all the way to the goal? We're still tied at 17. 6:45 to go. There's a foul and a whistle out front. Okoro with the foul. He'll be subbed in for Alan Flanagan in the ball game. But still, McCormick out front. That is Okoro right there. I can tell by the body type. 34 is Flanagan. Out front, McCormick to Wiley. He doesn't shoot from there. Here's McCormick. He can make an occasional three. 10 on the clock. Driving down the post. He's stuck. Double team. Kick it out. Dowdy. Drive. Kick it back. New man. Okoro. To the elbow. Back to Dowdy. Fire. He can hit that, and he does. So Samir Dowdy averages 17 points a game. Leads them in scoring. 36% three-point shooter. Not really good enough. But as I said, he was like the fourth or fifth option a year ago when they were the best three-point shooting team in the country. They lead it by 3. Richie McKay's Liberty Flames with the ball. Baxter-Bell. Kick it out front to Holmesley. Inside to the big boy. The big blonde boy going to work. This is McGee on the perimeter. McGee against 2 men pressure. Finally gets to the foul line. They're going to put it up somehow. Are they going to get it off? They do. Don't tell me they're going to hit that 3. And they do. So Georgie Pacheco Ortiz from La República Dominicana will get that shot up and in, and we're tied at 20 as they matching 3 balls. Down to 5 minutes to go. Ball stolen by Liberty. Coming back is Holmesley. He'll run the point. He's got McGee on one wing. He's got Scotty James on the other. The big man is Baxter-Bell. This is McGee. Baxter-Bell. Is he going to throw it down low to Holmesley, the point guard? No, Holmesley comes out to get it. No, they go down inside. Now going to work. Now they kick it out. Shot clock winding down again. Inside to the big blondie. 5-footer. Turn around and score. That's Brendan Newton. Haven't heard from him all ball game, but that's a huge hoop, and Liberty leads it by a deuce. Okoro with it. Foul line. NBA body. Kick it out to McCormick. Great speed. McCormick, the setup man. Swing it over here to Dowdy. Austin Wiley. Back to Okoro. Swing it to the elbow. That was Flanagan. Flanagan throws it away. No wonder he doesn't start. Here comes Holmesley. Holmesley just pounding the ball with the left hand. Teams loving their time in Anaheim. It's been a beautiful, balmy 70 degrees for the whole week that they've been here. Holmesley on the left wing. Swing it to Baxter Bell. Cross court to McGee. McGee, jab fake. Drive on Okoro. You get around Okoro, you've done your job. He's in deep. Put it up in the lane and score. Give him a bucket. Darius McGee averages about 10 a year, 10 a game on the year. And Liberty out in front by 4. Back and forth they go against the zone from Liberty. Swing it around the perimeter. Okoro, McCormick, Okoro again. Down low to Flanagan. He turns, passes to Doughty. Doughty inside to Wiley. Should go to work. 8-foot turnaround is good. Austin Wiley. He's got that, folks. He dominates on the glass. He'll block shots for you. Here's another steal. So Liberty, doing a great job offensively, but can't take care of the ball. Lead it by 2. We're down to 3 minutes to go. First round action, one of the final games in the first round of the first ever Ghostcast National Collegiate Basketball Championship here in 2020. We've had games in the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. We've been down in Orlando, and now we're out west in Anaheim, California. Holmesley with it, right wing. Swing it up top. This is Brendan Newton. He scored a moment ago. Give it to McGee. Drive down the middle. No, that was Pacheco Ortiz. And he can't get it to go. So Liberty still leads by 2, and we're down to 2.5. If they keep taking 30 seconds per possession, heck, we only got like 6 possessions left. Here's a jump pass down to Doughty. Doughty in against Baxter Bell. Fake him out. Up and under. Right-hand hook of 5 is no good. And Doughty can't believe it. Neither can Bruce Pearl. We're going the other way. He had as much disbelief as Hannah Ann when she was dismissed from The Bachelor. Of course, Pilot Pete was so wishy-washy. What a wimp. How about the mom of Pilot Pete? Are you kidding me? And the evil eye she was given Madison Pruitt, and how they loved Hannah Ann. You know what? The mom was kind of seeing herself in Hannah Ann, but I got news for you. She was not Hannah Ann even when she was that age. That was Brendan Newton again. He's only got 4 points in the ball game, but they're all here late in the second half and huge. To have Liberty lead it by 4. Auburn will bring it in. We are inside 2 minutes. 1.5 to go. McCormick, first name Javon, with it. Give it to Okoro. First name Isaac. Doughty's 8-footer's good. How do they leave him open? Great set on the out of bounds by the Auburn Tigers and Coach Pruitt and Coach Bruce Pearl. 2-point ball game. 1:15 to go. Liberty way out front to Caleb Holmesley. Give it to Brendan Newton, a sub who's been terrific. They're content to hold it. Remember, they lead by 2. Come on the wing. Darius McGee. McGee holding it up. Now down to 10 on the clock. Milo Baxter Bell, 15-footer, good. And they lead it again by 4. Richie McKay. Pack it back into the zone, guys. Don't give up anything easy. They're up 4. 49 seconds. Auburn with it. Got to find Doughty. There's a cross-court pass and a steal. The 12-seeded Liberty Flames have a chance to take down the mighty Auburn Tigers who went to the Final Four a year ago. Here's a foul by McCormick. That's really all they can do. Auburn's record looks incredible, 25-6. But they have struggled of late. There's another foul. All they're trying to do with 35 seconds to go is stop the clock. Bruce Pearl very unhappy. He's wearing a very fall outfit, Bruce Pearl. I think he should wear something more spring. And they're not going to foul now? Caleb Holmesley? They're going to let the clock wind down? That's ridiculous. Or maybe they didn't want to foul Holmesley because he's such a good foul shooter. But another foul committed. Maybe 2 more and we'll get to the bonus. So Liberty will bring it in, into Holmesley. They foul him this time. And this time the foul on Javon McCormick. And you can see the Auburn Tigers. They were not expecting to go home this early. Can they get a steal? Holmesley free, quick foul on him. This ought to be free throws. Please tell me it's free throws. Not yet? Are you freaking kidding me? They get it to Holmesley again. He's quickly fouled. Now there's 25.7 seconds. That's a lot of fouls, guys. And finally, we're going to get some free throws. So Caleb Holmesley will go to the line. And he's not a great foul shooter. 59.8, 60%, that's 6 out of 10, but the first one's perfect. Got one more coming. Liberty, can they hold on? The 12 seed. We've had so many upsets this year. Both free throws are good, and a timeout will be taken by the Auburn Tigers. So with like 25 seconds to go, and all the Auburn faithful who's traveled all the way out from Auburn, Alabama to Anaheim, California to see their beloved Tigers, figuring they would advance to the Sweet 16. Last year was such a breeze. They'll bring it back out on the floor. They're down 6, a 2-possession game with 25 seconds to go. McCormick will bring it up. I feel you got to get it to Doughty. He's a great three-point shooter. Here's Okoro. He can make a couple. Now there's Doughty in the corner. You got to let it fly. Samir, 14 seconds. Please let it go. What the heck are you waiting for? McCormick, drive. Out to Okoro. He'll fire the 3 and hit it. So they're within 3 with 7 seconds to go. They better foul quickly. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. They do foul with 3.8 seconds. So they fouled again Caleb Holmesley. He's their leading scorer. They lead it by 3. He can put this one on ice and send Liberty to the round of 32. First free throw good. It is not looking good for Auburn. One more free throw coming. If I'm Holmesley, I might miss it on purpose. But he makes. They lead it by 5. Auburn, once again, will take a timeout. So the Auburn Tigers, we mentioned they've struggled down the stretch, just 3-4 in their last 7 games. Maybe peaked a little bit early. They were 22-2. And it is seriously the Richie McKay's Liberty Flames. They got off to a great start, 30-1. They still finished 11-3 down the stretch. Lost 3 tough conference games on the road. But they lead it by 5, and with only a couple of seconds left, this thing is all but over. But Auburn will bring it in. Really no chance having to bring it in from the backcourt. They do bring it in. 2 seconds. 1, you better shoot it. Here's a 30-footer. It's no good, and the ball game is over. And the Liberty Flames go nuts. They are ecstatic. They have defeated the Auburn Tigers by 5 points. Auburn's going to go home. What a dichotomy. Last year to the Final Four, this year home after 1 ball game. And someone like Samir Doughty, the senior, expected so much more from this year. It's just not going to happen. He's off to play pro ball. Isaac Okoro off to play pro ball. And Auburn will be regrouping, but congratulations to the Liberty Flames as they win in the first round this huge upset.